everyone, and welcome back to more Mystic Destinies Echoes. We are back for more of this game. I nearly almost forgot what the hell this game was for a split second because it's been so long since I've touched it, since I've done any recording. So I'm very excited to get back into at least one of the games for you guys here today now. So we are coming back here to start on another route, a brand new route this time, brand new dude, because in the last time we have finished all of Cillian's route because we got his bad ending. We saw his chaos ending, which essentially ended with us all dying and then bringing about the end of the world, the apocalypse essentially. And then so we were all killed by Mirror, but then what's her face? Main girl from the game, like, oh my god, what was her name? I forgot what her name was, but like she took care of him. She like managed to overpower him because she was also a chaos magic user, and so because Mir was kind of dying, he was really badly wounded from us. The chaos magic recognized that it needed like a new, stronger host. Tsubasa, that's her name, Tsubasa. Gosh, so Tsubasa, so because Tsubasa ended up dealing the killing blow to Mirror, the chaos magic went to all to her, and she kind of lost control. All of that, end up killing everybody. Shinji ends up coming back from the dead like a zombie, and is serving at her side as like her right hand. And then they brought about the end of the world, and Tokyo, the time goddess as well. I forgot her name. Suneka. That's her name. Suneka, who takes over narrating because we died, obviously. Takes over narrating what happens afterwards, and essentially they're witnessing this end, and they decided to erase the timeline in which we all existed to further prevent it from spreading. So they had to do a world factory reset, and that's how it basically ends. That's how it ended. That's it. Yeah, all the people that had existed in that timeline, including us, we all just disappeared. We got blipped by the time goddess and time gods. And yeah, that was all. That was all. That was what ended up happening. So now we are back here as I had promised you guys to get started on the next dude. Naturally down the line, originally was the second dude I was gonna go for before I found out that I had started off on the wrong order. It's JUN, Naoki's brother, Naoki's twin brother. We are starting on his route now, as you guys could tell on the screen. We made it back up to the point where, you know, Aurelia and the gang showed up at Naoki's mansion. We got the briefing on what the hell is going on with Mirror and his cult. We decided to join. Pax freaks out. Pax leaves, and we had a very emotional fight because of that. Because I thought Pax was a ride or die kind of hoe, but she's not a ride or die hoe. So we wake up after that. We heard them arguing outside our room, and the option was there's a bunch of options that we could do in order to kind of trigger start our route guidance towards like the appropriate guy that we want to pursue. And so part of this is similar to Naoki. We go outside and see what the hell is going on, and we run across them too. So they stop their conversation. They're kind of like looking at us kind of weird, and now we come to this choice where they brush it off aside, and then we can either eat brunch with Naoki, or we can help JUN find Noodle. And we're gonna help JUN find Noodle. Noodle is his cat, for all of you guys who may have forgotten. So yeah, let's get started. Let's get right into it. I can't wait anymore, so let's go. So hopefully, aside from starting off, I did remember you guys telling me how this game was still sort of getting slowly updated with all the new routes and stuff like that. So I was also aware of that as well too, but the last I heard from this game was on JUN's route, with an update from JUN's route. I don't know if his route was completed or if there's a new recent update for it. So I guess we'll see. We'll find out if we can complete his route or not, or even if we can move forward with some of the remaining guys after we finish his route. So until then, we can decide what to do. But for now, let's get right into it. So for real this time. So breakfast with Naoki sounds good, but might be awkward as hell. Why? Besides, this is my chance to make it up to Noodle and Jun. Actually, I'll help Jun find Noodle. I look at Jun, if you don't mind. What? He glances over at Naoki before looking back at me, his expression unreadable. Oh yes, kind of awkward because like he kind of sort of, I guess, gets the hint that his brother has a crush on us. Sure, if you want. Alright then. Sorry, Naoki, maybe next time. Okay, Naoki walks off seeming vaguely discontent. Yeah, I wonder why. I look back at Jun. This place is big, so maybe we should split up? I'll just use the number you texted me with yesterday to let you know if I find him. It is a him, right? Yeah, sleek and silver, probably the only cat near this mansion for miles. Okay, Jun speaks wryly, but I can sense the softness entwined through his comment. We split up and head off to find the gray fur ball of fur known as Noodle. The gray ball of fur. God, I said gray fur ball, but fur, regardless. Okay, time to find Noodle. Noodle. After checking the bathroom, avoiding the chicken, the kitchen, searching a room that seemed to be the one Pax stayed in, I still haven't found Noodle yet. Oh. Aw, but I did find some stuff Pax left behind. Oh, okay. As I wander absentmindedly into the sitting area, my thoughts grow dark again. Wonder if I should keep it for her. Well, what is it? I'm torn between keeping it for her if she comes back and throwing it into the mansion's fireplace. I drop onto the couch for a moment, overcome with negative emotions. She couldn't stay. She couldn't stay? Really? Really? After all we've been through, right? I thought you were my ride or die. The moment she could, she vanished when things got bad for her. Well, it wouldn't be the first time. It's not the first time she's left. Well, but I know in my heart this is the last time I'll let myself get hurt because of her. Good on you. Meow. Oh, meow. Hello. It's Noodle. Noodle. Oh my god, my dear cat. Noodle meows again after I say his name, and he leans towards me on the couch. He looks at me expectantly, meowing again. Huh? Oh, do you want me to pet you? I can give you pets. I reach out, hesitant, towards his head, and he leans into my hand before I even reach him. Aw, he's an affectionate little cat. He purrs loudly, rubbing his cheek almost aggressively against my hand. Cute. I guess you really like getting pet, huh? Takes a pet like no problem. I remember our first meeting and the way Jun looked at me. Noodle didn't seem to hold grudges, but even still, yeah. Sorry before Kitty. I didn't mean to hurt you or anything. Oh yeah, we kind of almost kicked it away because we were like, what the hell is this cat doing here? You're okay though, right? I didn't hurt you? While I didn't expect much of a response from a cat, Noodle practically jumps in my lap. Hey! He climbs up to try and shove his face into mine. Oh, hey, no. Yay, sorry about him. He loves people more than we do. Jun is suddenly there, sitting on the couch next to me, and he gently scoops Noodle up from my lap. He pets Noodle happily, the cat purring and nuzzling his face. I'm surprised when Jun begins to chat with me. It's funny how Noodle loves people as much as he does, when Naoki and I don't. I mean, I may be the more social one, but I still fucking hate people. For real, I feel. Naoki, a college professor, could go literal years without talking to a single person. The ultimate introvert, you know? But Noodle and I love him anyway. Don't we, Noodle? Yeah. I'm confused. The previously always grumpy Jun has such a soft, talkative side. As if for emphasis, he baby talks at his cat, moving his paws around to make it seem like Noodle is waving and agreeing. It's adorable, but the jangle of the tags reminds me of what happened a few years ago. I apologize, but he reacted so poorly that I can't help but still feel bad. Maybe I should try again? What? Hey, Jun? Yeah? I'm sorry for what I did to your cat before. I wasn't trying to hurt him or anything. Oh, it's fine. I figured you weren't after you apologized. Noodle was fine in the end, and you seemed regretful enough. Didn't get to tell you before because of the meeting and shit, but it's cool. Okay, I'm not mad or anything. Alright. Oh, are you sure? You seemed pretty upset before. Jun shrugs. I was, but now I'm not. Okay, why? Should I still be mad? Why? Should I still be mad after 3 apologies? I mean, you're right, 'cause sure, I can work something out if you want. I can glare at you from across the room and bother you all you want about how upset I am that you grabbed my cat like that. He holds up Noodle under his front legs, the cat still purring as he hangs limply. Look at him. Poor, sweet, happy, totally unharmed Noodle. Clearly he's just being nice to you out of fear. Oh, alright, that's enough, I get it. Thanks. His response was not what I expected, but it was definitely kind of annoying. But it does make me feel better. I feel like a small weight lifted off my shoulders regarding JUN. I guess JUN isn't so bad, just moody, yeah. He lowers Noodle back onto his lap. The gray cat curls up on it and stares at me. JUN chuckles as he pets him, looking carefully between us two. Heh, he really likes you. Oh, you should say hi again. Noodle immediately shoots up and tries to shove his face into mine again, and JUN makes no move to stop him this time. His bright green eyes stare up at me, his purring filling my ears as he crawls up on my chest. You can pet him, you can pet him, he'll stay still. I mean, I have been for the past minute till you showed up. He doesn't need to tell me twice as my hands begin stroking Noodle's soft fur right away. He's so soft and cute, right? As I pet Noodle, I realize something. Jun's voice is oddly soft whenever he speaks of Noodle. Even when he was joking earlier, his voice was so gentle towards his cat. I wonder how important Noodle is to JUN. Very important. Hey, JUN? Yeah? How long have you had Noodle? He hums in thought, looking at me almost warily. I can only assume that he's debating how much information to share with me. He reaches over and pets Noodle between the eyes, a soft smile spreading across his lips. 10 years. Wow! It's an old cat. He turned a whole decade last month. I can't wait to spend another decade with him. You must really love him, huh? Yeah, of course. Yeah, I do. He's the only cat that likes me. Oh, do all cats just hate you or something? Right? That's unfortunate. Yes, every other cat has hated me or just avoided me in some way. Aw, poor baby. I still have no idea why. It's not like I'm pushy or anything, or even because I'm a vampire. Maybe. Oh, but not Noodle. When I first met him, he actually came to me. Isn't that right, Noodle? Oh, he coos over Noodle again, and Noodle makes a little chirping sound in response. Really? That's pretty uncommon for cats. How did you meet him then? I was getting back from meeting with a contact when I met Noodle. It was raining really hard, but I had a spell on me to stay dry, you know? Anyway, I almost didn't hear it, but as I was passing by an alley, I heard some really tiny meowing from a dumpster. At first, I thought I was hearing things in the rain, but it was insistent. When I checked behind the dumpster, at first all I saw was some takeout containers. Oh, and that's why you named him Noodle. Oh, that's so cute. But then out of a noodle box, I saw a little kitten stick its head out. Oh, that's so cute. Jun looks sadly at Noodle as he cuddles him, his gaze distant as he relives the memory. The kitten was so tiny, he was probably abandoned as a runt. Heh, he actually yelled at me when he saw me. I thought he wouldn't let me save him, but he ran right up to me. I picked him up and stuffed him inside my hoodie to try and keep him warm. He chose you. I love it when cats they choose you as like your owner. Like that's just like it's so special. I just couldn't just leave him there, you know? Yeah. He would have died. I came home with so many cat supplies that day, and I've had him ever since. Oh, that's a super cute story, honestly. Was it hard to convince Naoki to let you keep him? Jun laughs. Not at all. Luckily, he didn't mind so long as I took care of him, and I have. He plucks Noodle from his spot on my chest and gives the cat a squeeze. He looks over at me as Noodle fights him to leave his arms and come back to me. What about you? Do you like cats? Of course I do. I look at Noodle's adorable face that's so close to mine. I do like cats, though the hair on my shirt reminds me of why I don't have any. Oh, I get you, but you know, you put up with it. Yeah, I do. I wouldn't have one, though. Too much work for me. Yeah, I don't got time, unfortunately. Jun shrugs. Not everyone likes animals enough to keep one. I'd have a bunch of cats if I could. Crazy cat person. I approve. So, why don't you? Because of Naoki? No, it's not Naoki stopping me. Is it because they don't like you? Yeah. I bring up his earlier words, recalling how pouty he was when he mentioned it. Hey! Aw, you're the one who said it. But yes, I love them, but they don't love me at all. Oh, I'm sorry. But that won't stop me from trying anyway. True. His eyes burn with a strange determination. Noodle won't be my only cat in life. There's gotta be others out there that like me too. Yeah, I believe. The look on his face is so intense that I can't help but smile. I have no doubt he'll end up like some crazy cat lady in the future. Hey, as I said earlier, I approve. We sit and talk like this for a few minutes, with Noodle demanding semi-equal attention from both of us. It's strange how relaxed I feel around him after such a short time, but I guess he just has that aura. He's like a big kid or something. Jun's phone chimes, breaking the comfortable atmosphere that we had between us. Noodle jolts up from his lap, meowing at him indignantly. He looks down at his phone with a frown, tapping away with one hand. What's up? As he stands, he pockets his phone, a small sigh slipping past his lips. But before he walks away, Jun stops and looks back at me. I'm gonna head down to my hole in the basement. The hole in... Oh, you got a hole in the basement? You're free to join if you want. What? Do you mean your room? Jun smirks at me and I feel threatened. Yeah, I sleep in a coffin and everything. Surprise, the most goth brother is truly me. Really, they're actually quite comfortable if you get a nice one. Okay. You can use a casket too, but it's not quite as aesthetic. Are you going to be this sarcastic every time we talk? I can't, yeah. I cut him off before we could continue, but he doesn't seem the slightest bit annoyed. No, but you make it fun. Naoki barely even responds to me being annoying, so it's nice to finally get a reaction out of someone. Okay, fine. If you want me to stop, you can always ask. No, it's okay. I find it entertaining, but I make no promises, you know. Okay, right. Well, I think I'll pass this time. I'm feeling pretty tired. I get up, stretching. Thanks for the chat, though. Suit yourself. Maybe next time then. Okay, yeah, next time. See ya. Try not to sleep too late. Diurnal creatures like you shouldn't be welcoming the night. I give a brief nod, watching him wave at me before turning away. I'm sure it's meant that I'm supposed to be like a more of a morning person instead of a night person. Yeah. I leave back the room feeling a lot brighter. I never in my wildest dreams thought that Jun and me could possibly be friends. Well, and that he of all people would have such an energizing effect on me. The hole Pax left behind in my heart is filled just a little with something even better than before. I seriously didn't expect him to be such a nice guy. He was always pissed off looking every time I saw him before. Granted, those were never in the best of circumstances. When I get to my room, I dive in my bed on my stomach, hugging the pillow. This time I fall back to sleep for the rest of the day with a smile on my face. The next morning. Okay, after spending almost all of yesterday sleeping, I wake up to a single text message from Jinseo. Okay. This is him wanting to meet up at the station. I'm going to fast forward and see if we get the choice to bring along Jun, since logically we should, since we've done it for all the other guys so far. Yay, we do! Yes! Okay, bring along Jun. So I pull out my phone and look at my text messages. The one Jun sent me the other night catches my eye and I inadvertently smile. He seems kind of prickly, but then he's like a nice guy too. Maybe he's the Sundari type. He for sure is. Without much thought other than curiosity about Jun, I decided to text him explaining the situation. Be right there. Oh my god, look at him. Right where? I'm standing there in confusion when a voice speaks right next to my ear. Oh my gosh. Hi. Oh my god, how did you get here? I jump, my hand rubbing my ear where his breath tickled me. Jun, what the hell? Jun, looking pleased with himself, puts his hands in his hoodie pockets. I couldn't pass up the opportunity. We going? Okay, yes, I guess. Maybe I should have chosen someone else. No, you'll enjoy it. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Trust the process. You guess? Well, are you sure you're up to actually guarding me? Of course. Teasing you has nothing to do with guarding you. Okay, so Jun walks off and I wonder if he's pouting as I run to catch up. Okay. So we take the car. He drives. Jun sits at the steering wheel of his car. His posture is exceedingly relaxed, his seat laid back, with only one hand on the wheel. Oh no, he's like one of those guys. Oh no. He's like one of those the guys with the souped up cars, you know? And they just lean back all the way, like you can't even see. Like, can you even see to the front of your window, the screen? You lean back so far. Somehow I feel awkward being in an enclosed space like this with him. I realize that despite years of knowing of him, that I don't really know him. Oh yes, I feel. I go over what I know about Jun in my head. He's Naoki's twin brother, he's a hacker, he's got dealings with the Okura Mafia, and therefore is shady as hell. Why did I choose to be alone with him again? Cause he's nice when he wants to be. Like, come on, you gotta, break into his shell a little bit. My eyes again slide over to Jun. His relaxed posture is perhaps a bit too relaxed. It makes me wonder if he's always like this, or if he's trying to be cool for my benefit. Nah, he doesn't seem like the type. No, he's just naturally cool. Who knows what he's even into? I'd heard rumors of Azucena and Jun back in the day. Yes, Azucena is the mafia demon lady. Is she not? Yes. So Azucena del Bosque. The Okura's feared mafia queen. Azucena is a demon and the lover of the leader Kenzo Okura. She was arrested by Jin Soul Moon with the help of Takumi and Yasuhiro Arai, but was later broken out. Oh, great. Yeah, that was from his from Takumi's main story. But from everything I personally saw, he absolutely hated her. Maybe it was her who was into him? Oh yeah. Without even thinking about it, I've been examining him. I mean, he's not bad looking. Well, he's Naoki's twin brother, for God's sake, and Naoki's damn good looking too. His glossy black hair lies atop his pale skin, just a bit messy. His clear gray eyes are focused on the road. His lips are reddish, as if he drank blood not long ago. Hell if I know, maybe he did. I find my eyes following the sharp line of his jawline to the curve of his delicate yet somewhat manly neck. Manly? That's when I realize Jun is staring at me. Smirking at me is probably a better way to describe it. What? Like what you see? Shut up. Huh? It takes me a moment, but I snap out of my blatant admiration of Jun's profile. Oh my god, he caught me too. The hell am I doing staring at Naoki's little brother? Oh my god, my friend's little brother. Though they're twins, Jun gives off a decidedly more childish vibe than Naoki. Young guys like that aren't even my type. That's what they all say. Having no adequate way to reply, I simply turn my head away towards the window. I don't know what you mean, but anyway, I was just wondering if you'd had anything planned today. I'm grateful you were so willing to come with me, but I do feel bad interrupting your Saturday. Don't worry about it. Anything I had to do could wait. Oh, besides, what was I supposed to do? Say no? Well, yeah, you could have. Jones's casual supportiveness leaves me without much of anything to say. He's so cool about it, honestly. I didn't expect him to be a nice guy. Still, he seems like the type who's experienced. I'd better be careful I don't fall for it. Thanks. No problem. I'm not an easy girl. You can't charm me that easily. We lapsed into silence. But the car ride is so long that I eventually find myself racking my brain for conversation topics. So, what does Naoki usually do on Saturdays? Do you guys hang out a lot? It was a casual question based off the fact that the only thing we both share is knowing Naoki. But Jun's hands tighten on the wheel. No clue. And no, we don't. Oh. After a brief silence, Jun's hands relax again, and he begins to speak. Naoki usually does whatever he wants, regardless of how anyone else feels. I can tell he's restraining a lot of emotions, but the words seem to practically be spit out anyway. Now ignores me for ages, holed up in his office or lab or whatever room he's shut himself in. So, who even knows if he's dead or not half the time? Despite the venom in his mini rant, Jun delivers the next lines in a quiet voice. We used to hang out a lot, but we just don't anymore. Oh, hasn't happened in years. Have you asked him? Have you knocked on his office or his lab? Just be like, do you want to build a snowman? I see. Okay. It's clear I've touched a nerve and bad luck that I seem to have a knack for these things. Still, Jun sounded so sad just now. I want to say something to cheer him up. Maybe we could all get some lunch together or something. Yeah. Come to think of it, Naoki has been asking me if I'd like to for a while now. Oh, I wonder why. Could be a good opportunity? Thanks, but I doubt that's what he meant by asking you to lunch. Yeah, even he knows. Oh my god. Well, at least he smiled. Having relaxed a bit, the rest of the ride continues on, now in a more comfortable silence. Okay. How far away is this? Yeah, okay, finally here. After we reached our destination, Jen and I parked in a nearby parking garage. While walking side by side to the SSU. Yeah, we're walking side by side to the SSU. Just so you know, I'm gonna stay out here when you go in. Yeah, because he has affiliations with the mafia. He's not as clean as his brother. Quote, clean. Maybe find somewhere to chill. SSU is not really my favorite place to be, you know. I feel you. I wouldn't be walking in here if I didn't have to be. Anyway, that's fine. I'll text you when I'm on my way out. Cool. Oh, and we get attacked. Yes. Jun grabs my hand and yanks me towards him. Yes. As my body collides with his, I hear something whiz past my head. All I see is red for a moment as Jun protectively holds me against him. I tried to ignore the surprisingly firm abs under the hoodie my face was just shoved into. I instead turned to look at where the objects come from. The object came from. There. A grinning cultist stands there in the midst of the crowd, scrambling to get away from the incident. You guys even work weekends, huh? Hehe, any time is good enough to punish her. Well, what? I don't know, sounds kind of weird. You really think you should be dragging innocent people into whatever you get up to in your free time? Well, they're cultists, they don't give a shit. She's not innocent. She has trodden upon a most holy place, and now she won't help us find it. She's just salty. She deserves to be punished. Punished! Hehehe, yes. The cultist moves to throw something, and in that same instant, Jun disappears in black shadowy smoke. Oh! Everything happens too fast for me to comprehend, but there's suddenly a sharp pain in my hand. Ow! Shit! I look down and see that I'm bleeding from some sort of lame shuriken imitation. I look up to see that Jun has already subdued the cultist, though. The man is lying on the ground, doubled over, but still softly laughing to himself. He. Okay. This pain is nothing compared to what he'll do to her. Okay, yes. Oh, that's nice. Mind telling me what that is? I look back down at the shuriken and grunt as I rip it out of my hand. Ow. It clatters to the ground. When I look up, Jun is staring at me in shock. A confused expression, followed by a decidedly alarmed one, settles on his face. It's okay, it's just a paper cut. Finally, a much colder look that I've seen in a while replaces it. Yeah. Jun looks down at the cultist, then slams his foot down on his neck. Ooh. His eyes flash dangerously as the cultist chokes beneath him. You're faster than I thought, huh? But I guess I should have expected that out of a bug. Know something else about bugs? What? They are easy to crush. Okay, are you gonna act? Jun, we're not gonna dirty the pavement here. In front of the SSU. Desperate to stop what I can see is about to happen, I use my wings to propel myself forward. I use all my strength to grab Jun's leg, practically hugging it. Jun, you can't. There's so many people around. The SSU is right there. Yes, besides that, we could use him. As I plead with Jun, he reluctantly removes his foot off the man's neck. In a smooth movement, he picked up the coughing man up with one hand by the collar. You're lucky. The man only gurgles in response. Without another word between us, we begin to walk again, the bloody cultist in tow. He's sure not laughing now. Yeah, he's sure not laughing now, if he even can anymore. I wonder about the side of Jun that I just saw. His eyes were that of a wild animal. Of a killer. It was a big contrast compared to the relaxed man I saw in the car. Is Jun dangerous? Or was he upset that I was hurt? He was just upset. Maybe the answer is both. Yeah. Well, no. But either way, he did save me. I'm not sure what to think about Jun as we head towards the SSU, dragging the cultist the whole way. Okay. When we get inside, we look around for an officer who could help us with our captive. One with black hair notices us immediately. It's Takumi's mom. Yes, okay, so who's this you got here? Yes, he looks really roughed up. Okay, I look up at the vaguely familiar woman. Yes, we know it's Takumi's mom. It's one of those cultists, the ones Detective Boone is looking into. Are you one of the people from that new team he's working with? Oh my gosh, that was harder than I had to make it. Yes, this man tried to attack me on the street just now. Yes. Nyoko moves towards the guy, pulling out a set of handcuffs. Jun hurriedly steps away, turning away, no doubt to hide his face from her. Aha. She puts the cultist's hands behind his back. Okay, so that's what all the noise was about. Yes, our officers are looking into it. We're looking into it. Sorry, buddy, but we've got to take you in for some questioning. She glances at the bloody scrapes and bruises on the man. After we get you some medical attention, anyway. Ha ha ha, as if your puny devices could ever stop Muir. He will save me and punish all of you, yes. Well then, you must not be doing as bad as I thought if you can manage threats. Maybe you can go straight into interrogation after all. Yeah. As she's putting cuffs on him, she looks over at me. How about you? That hand doesn't look too good. Don't worry, I've got it. I'll heal it when I get the chance. Ah, so you're a healer. Yes. What I wouldn't give to have that ability. Now that I take a good look at you, yes, you're really right. Yeah, that's me. I put a name to her face as well. Naoki Arai, a veteran officer of the SSU and my protege Takumi's mother. Yes. I've heard a lot about you. Same here. I'm just sorry we're not meeting in better circumstances. Same here. She turns the guy around and glances back at me. Since you're working with Jinsel now, let's do lunch sometime. Not really having a choice, I would awkwardly nod. I don't know where Moon is at, but I'll tell Matsuda that you're here. So I watch as Nyoko leads the cultists down the hall. Okay, I have no idea who Matsuda is, but I assume that they know Jinsel. Jun slinks out from wherever he's hiding. But surprisingly, he looks more sad than nervous. Well, I'm sorry. Oh, he's got a nickname for us! Ah! I'm so sorry you got hurt, and that I lost control. Jun looks as if he wants to say something else, but shouting voices from the direction the Nyoko left. What? But shouting voices come from the direction Nyoko left it, yes. Jun's eyes dart towards the sound, looking torn, and I know he must be nervous about all the cops that are about to come our way. You should probably go. Thank you so much for helping me, and even coming all the way in here. But there's no need to risk your safety, Jun. I'll stay here and heal up my hand. Jun looks down at me with gentle eyes that look on the verge of tears, but nods. Oh, I'll wait for you nearby. Text me when you're done. Okay. Reluctance coloring his aura, Jun turns around. He moves so fast in the direction of the entrance that once I blinked, he's gone. Thoroughly uncomfortable, I decide to wait as quietly as I can by the wall. I set about healing my injured hand. Okay, I'm gonna skip. It hurts like hell, but I know within a few minutes I'll be good as new. Okay, we're gonna skip. We're gonna get another debrief of from Jinsol and from all the other people that we meet in his office, and then we're gonna go. I think we're gonna head back to the mansion. I think. Yeah. Okay, so we skipped a shit ton of stuff. I'm so sorry, you guys. This must be such a jarring jump, but so we essentially we went through with Naoki in terms of talking to Sherazal. So Sherazal was that one lady, the one with the pink hair that we met before, and turns out she was part of the cult. Everything played out the same way. Naoki is the default person that we have to go with to the cafe to speak with Chozo, and then afterwards to speak with Mai, who is the one who's the main researcher for the cult of Mirror and stuff like that, and Atlantis. So we got a bunch of information on that. We got the poorly translated prophecy from Mai, and so we're scratching our heads and trying to translate this shit. And then so afterwards, when we all came back with meeting the rest of the group and finding out that Charizard soon afterwards was attacked by one of the cult members, as we saw in the news, Cillian brings up the fact that in the library in what's it called? Alpha, whatever the fuck that place, the elf place. They have a library that has I don't know, ancient texts that can basically translate the Atlantean into something that's more legible, that makes the prophecy makes more sense. So that's it. So we all decided to plan the trip to that place. And then Aurelia after it's decided that we need to go make a trip there, Aurelia went to go tie up some loose ends on her job. We get attacked again by the cultists. What's his face? We get helped by the dude. We get helped by another dude. I forgot his name. Sho? Yes, I think his name is Sho. I keep forgetting names. I'm so sorry. We get helped by Sho. Sho leads us to the cafe where Shinji works at, and then we meet up with Jinsel. We explained what happened, etc., etc. We kind of just yeah. Nothing much really changed. We didn't really get much additional new interactions with Jun. But here we are. We're back here again. It's the night before we're due to set out to what's the place? I'm so sorry. It's been so long, you guys. We're supposed to go on our little excursion, and so we're just thinking about stuff, and we can't sleep and we're bothered. So we can either bother Cillian, Naoki, or we could bother Jun, and obviously we're gonna bother Jun. So I'm surprised when an Okura twin's smirking face comes to mind. Like we're getting attached. This is the point where we realize that we're slowly getting attached to a lot of people, but one person more in particular. But it's not the one that I'd have expected. What the hell am I doing thinking of Jun for? Right away, recent memories flood my mind as if to answer myself. Yes. Jun forgiving me over Noodle. Jun saving me, yeah. His casual text trying to make things less awkward for me with Naoki. Yeah. His ridiculous relaxed smirk in the car. Hell, he'd even invited me to his room. Although I'm not sure how to feel about that last one. Jun's casual supportiveness makes my heart squeeze. Yeah. He's so sweet, and we get along well. I feel like I could depend on him even if I wasn't in the situation. It's crazy, but I definitely feel like he's a friend. After the pack situation, I can't help but feel relief at having gained a reliable friend. Although we wouldn't be friends if not for this situation. So, will we stay friends even after it? In response, my heart throbs with anxiety, a strange feeling. Yes, he's definitely the one I'd miss the most. Smiling wryly at how the boyish Jun had made his way into my heart before I'd even know it, I find myself getting up. Without thinking, I wander off in the direction of Jun's room, which I've heard is in the basement. Not shady at all, but okay. Off to. Oh, wow. He's got his own place. With a little help from a visiting maid, I now stand at the door to Jun's room. I uncertainly shuffle from foot to foot. This is like Dracula's lair. Well, he did invite me before, but maybe it's too weird to just show up now. But we may not have much time to. We may not have much more time together. Yeah. With things how they are now, I can't even know if I'll live to see the next day. The desire to spend time with Jun wins out, and I go to knock on the door. Only for a suddenly appearing noodle to meow next to me, causing me to startle. The door immediately opens before I even have time to put my fist down. It hangs there mid-knock at Jun's stomach while Noodle darts inside. Hello? Couldn't resist my offer, huh? Couldn't, yeah, well, I just wanted to check out your lair. Scowling, I quickly think of a witty retort. If you don't invite a vampire, they can't come in, right? So, I wanted to find out what happens when a vampire invites you. No time to find out like the present. Okay. Jun says in a cheery voice and moves back. I cautiously step past him to inside his bedroom. Ooh! Now inside, I'm met by a visual barrage thanks to the floor, but stark minimalist contrasts abound everywhere else. I look around, trying to take it all in. It's a very nice place. What do you think? I like it. I like the red and white you got going on, and the red, white, and black, I should say, and some grays. Well, I take a look at Jun and see that he's looking down on me with big puppy-like eyes. It's very clear, seeing Jun against the backdrop of his room, that it's an extension of himself. Yep. So it makes sense why he'd be sensitive about it. Why does a guy like him care so much what I think, though? It is pretty cool. Thanks. I remember your place is nice, too. Needs more red, though. I'm surprised you even remember it. Of course I do. Okay. A computer makes a chirping sound and Jun's eyes go for it. Ah, shit. I'll be just a second. Are you playing Overwatch with your six monitors, six consoles, cat cam, dog cam? You can look around and mess with whatever stuff. I don't mind. Okay. With that, Jun hops into his chair, letting it slide with his momentum to his desk. As he begins to rapidly type, I look around the room. It's all very casual, clean, monochromatic, but with splashes of high energy red. It's so very Jun, I can't help but smile. Then my eyes lands on a drawing on the bed that's next to a phone. Curious, I take a glance at Jun. Seeing that he's still distracted, I step close to his bed. He draws. I feel a little guilty, but he did say I couldn't mess with anything, right? Still, with my eyes only, I look at the drawing as discreetly as possible. It's difficult to see in the dim light, but the drawing is of a gently smiling woman with long black hair. Aw, a woman whose portrait also seems to be on the phone's screen as a reference. Jun drew that drawing. It's so good. But the phone is too far away for me to see the details clearly. Curiosity leading me, I reach over the bed for the phone and pick it up. I can see clearly now that the image on it definitely matches the drawing. The image of a painting of a woman with red lips, long flowing black hair. and silver eyes. Could she be Jun's? Ah, before the thought even fully coalesces, I feel arms wrapped tightly around my body. I was wondering what an information broker would find most interesting in my room. The voice in my ear sounds much louder and closer than it should. I jump and squirm gently against Jones's hold, but he doesn't budge, not even a bit. That's my Naoki and I's mother. I figured. Oh, back hugs. Hearing this, I immediately stop squirming, and my eyes drop to the glass screen before me. Your mother? Yes. Jones's voice near my ear is so tender and fragile that I can tell right away how special she must be to him. No, must have been. I've lived long enough to know that special pain in someone's voice, that means someone dear to them is long gone. She's beautiful. She is. That's the only picture I have of her, though. I look upon the fair-skinned woman with rose-colored lips and raven black hair, and think that she looks like something out of a fairy tale. Isn't there a Western story about a woman like this? Something to do with fair white skin or something? Snow White, yeah. Skin as white as snow, lips as red as blood, and hair as black as ebony. Ah, right, that's exactly what I was thinking of. I'm impressed that you memorized the line. I've always liked fairy tales. Oh. Jim murmurs into my ear, causing pleasant shivers down my body. Okay, getting really close now. Stop it. Bass boosted right here. I keep rambling in order to cope with the feeling of whatever the hell is going on. Really? Wouldn't have taken you for the type. And there were some hairy short guys or something, right? The doors, you mean? Jun laughs, a musical sound to my ears that makes a chill run through me. You're not exactly tall yourself. Hey, I'm plenty tall amongst other sills. You guys are just giants. Okay, I harumph, but Jun just holds me tighter, and I find myself blushing. I want to ask exactly why he's holding me, but for some reason I can't bring myself to. It feels nice in his firm embrace. To ease my own confused mind, I once again start babbling before I know it. Anyway, yeah, your mother looks like what I'd imagine Snow White to look like. I guess that's why you and Naoki are so... I trail off, stopping myself from saying beautiful. So what? Stop. Shut up. Jun gives a throaty chuckle as I grumpily fall silent. A moment later, Jun says quietly, "I've never thought about her like that before, but I'm not sure if it fits her." Why not? Jun's voice sounds distant behind me. In the fairy tale, it's the queen who wishes for a daughter with skin as white as snow, lips as red as blood, and hair as black as ebony. The queen who was Snow White's mother? Yep. And the queen got her wish. Then she died giving birth to that same child. If the queen hadn't wished for Snow White, she'd still be alive. In a sense, the child murdered her own mother. Hey, now that's a little morbid. That's... So I guess that'd make my mother the queen. And me? I'm Snow White. Well, Jun's mother died because of him? Without warning, Jun suddenly gives me a tight squeeze. He starts to detach from me and drops his arms. But before he does, I grip his hand and give it a squeeze myself. Hey now, Jun seems surprised as I turn to him, looking worriedly up at him. For a moment, his face contorts. He looks so bereaved, so fragile, so... heartbroken. Then Jun slowly pulls his hand away. He looks away from me, down at the floor. I want to say something, anything. I want to apologize looking at his phone, to apologize for bringing up Snow White. But all of it feels irrelevant at this moment, because the reality is that I wish I could bring Jun's mother back. But that's something far beyond my power. A pounding on the door interrupts our awkward silence then, and Jun and I look at each other. Jun? Oh, it's Naoki. Jun, open up. I need to talk to you. Jun and I look at each other desperately, but neither of us seem to know what to do. We both seem to know about Naoki's advances towards me. So the last thing I'd want to do is create drama between these two by having him misconstrue the situation. Oh gosh. A small voice in my mind asks me if he'd be really misunderstanding when Naoki suddenly yells, "I'm coming in, Jun!" Oh! Without further ado, Naoki slides open his brother's locked door with brute strength. Oh my god, isn't this an invasion of privacy? There's a flurry of electrical sparks as the door's mechanisms... There's a flurry of electrical sparks as the doors' mechanisms are broken. Jesus Christ. Naoki, what the hell? Again? You weren't responding, so I think he was worried. Worried. Oh, he was worried. Naoki's voice trails off as his eyes fall upon me. Then he looks from me to Jun. Oh, And for just a moment, I think I see pain across his features. Oh no! Oh, I hate this. Oh no! I've gotten myself in a love triangle. In a strained low voice, he speaks. Did you finish the analysis I asked for? I sent you a message a few minutes ago. Almost. I'll finish it now. Oh, awkward. An uncomfortable silence follows as Jun drops into his computer chair, and a strange tension seems to fill the air. Naoki seems to be pointedly looking anywhere besides at me. An urge seizes me, telling me to be anywhere but here. Yeah. I quickly excuse myself, saying I'll leave them to their work, and flutter back up to my room. Oh shit. My heart racing, I try to process what just happened in the basement. But more than anything, my mind just keeps replaying Jun's pained, quiet voice, and the heartbroken look on his face when he pulled away from me. It's these images and thoughts that swirl around in my mind as I fall into a fitful sleep. Okay, alrighty. After a restful day, okay, this is where we go to Avalon. Sorry, I said Alpha, but Alpha is a race of people. God, it's Avalon. That's the place. Jeez, you know, it's been so long that I just start forgetting shit. Okay, should we start? Should we stop here? I mean, kind of, sort of, maybe. I know it's a lot that we had to skip through, but okay, maybe we'll go to the next section, then we'll stop. Because I feel like a lot of it does play out the same way here. But so I dreamily smile, thinking how glad I am that more than anyone, Jun's okay. So yes, so this is we get rescued. We almost got kidnapped. We got ambushed. Just so you know, we got ambushed by the cultists after we went through the gate to Avalon. We almost got kidnapped by one of them, and then Pax randomly showed up to help us out for that 1 second before she pieced out again. Shinji's there as well too, and that's how we managed to help. Managed to get away from that cultist from kidnapping us, and then we captured that cultist to interrogate. And now we're here. We just passed out from all that excitement, and then we're here. We are here in bed, properly in Avalon. His aqua-colored eyes peer into mine as if they could see my soul. Okay, yeah, but we wake up instead of Jun, of course, who we were thinking about. We actually see Hikaru. Yes. So we see Hikaru. Not the man of my dreams. So the man leaves the room, and I find myself in utter bewilderment. Yes, so my boyfriend. Yes, my boyfriend. Who the hell's my boyfriend? Yes. I look around the cozy room, but it only serves to make me more confused. Could this be the Spring Castle? I recount the events that I can remember in my head. The daylight outside makes me wonder how long I've been out. And then this is where Jun is. Oh, poor Jun. He looks so worried. At that moment, Jun strolls in, and the boyfriend comment makes more sense. Jun is my boyfriend? I half want to laugh at the thought, but the tightening in my chest at the thought stops me. Jun's eyes widen when he sees me, and he rushes to the side of the bed and bends towards me. Unlike his hurried demeanor, he gently pulls me into a hug, slowly, delicately, as if he was handling fragile glass. I feel my eyes widen as Jun holds me to him like something precious. Man, he must have been worried. Aw, Jun makes it sound like he's choked up, but when I try to pull back to see his face, he only holds me tighter. Is he crying? No, my poor baby. Still in shock at everything, I try to think of what to do. Eventually, I raise my hands to his back and hold him back too, albeit painfully. Ouch. I'm not used to anyone being worried about me, honestly, so all I can think to do is apologize. Sorry for making you worry. It's not your fault. I should have been... No, it's okay. Is he really going to blame himself for this? No one could have predicted that ambush. I interrupt Jun before he can finish his sentence. It's true. And it's not your fault Sylph biology is breakable at best. I try some humor to lighten Jun's mood, but he just makes it sound suspiciously like a sob. Oh, oof. Jun, you're really soft-hearted under that teasing persona, aren't you? It makes my heart ache. All I can think to do is to change the subject. Do you think you could tell me what's going on? At this, Jun's breathing changes, and he seems to be trying to get together. Yeah. After a moment, he reaches around me to wipe his face, then he pulls me back from him. But before I can get a good look at his face, he's nearly jumped away from me. What? Jun's turned halfway to the side, his hands in his pocket. Oh. Right, yeah. Oh. I'm sure you're wondering what the hell is going on. I know that's the first thing I think when I woke up. I nod, thankful that Jun gets it. Please, explain. Who was that mage? And who was that guy with the brown hair to start with? Jun explains that mage is actually one of the 2 kings of Avalon named Shinji, yes. And the brown-haired guy is a demigod named Hikaru the king brought in to heal me. Yeah. Apparently he has done healings with JUN Averetis as well. Yeah. He's had done dealings with JUN Averetis as well. Yeah. A shady barista king and a professor demigod rescued me. Go figure. My luck seems to be chaotic these days, so why not? At this point, all I can do is bob my head along in acceptance of the wild information. Jun also explains that normally that hidden path does lead to the Spring Castle, but that Shinji suspects the cult must have somehow manipulated it into leading into a different area. Oh. I'm wondering how the hell they managed to do that, and how the hell they even knew we were coming when Jun drops an even bigger bomb. Yeah. So now he thinks the cultists might be using chaos magic. Yes. So chaos, but no one can control that. That's why I'm scared shitless personally. Okay. Nutcases using chaos magic can't lead to anything good. Even as a vampire, I have trouble controlling the chaos. A knock on the door comes, then interrupting us. Jun looks at me questioningly and I nod. He gets up to let whoever it is in. It's Shinji, yes. I'm surprised when I see it's the Mage King from before. Yes. Hey, how you feeling? Okay. So Shinji's gonna give us the down low on what's been happening in terms of on Avalon's side and how the cultist has affected it. And so yeah, and then he's gonna get possessed by Mirror, and then we're gonna probably skip around to that. I don't think there's gonna be any real difference in terms of what's gonna happen afterwards, so we're gonna skip on that. Okay, so this part is different. I accidentally skipped over it, but I can go back to it. So Shinji just explained how the cultists of Mirror are just kind of going around terrorizing the Sylphs, trying to look for her, or in terms of trying to like draw her out to give herself up. And then so as Shinji's saying that, Aurelia's just like feeling bad about it because she's kind of like the cause of it. So she's like, maybe I should really give myself up. And of course Jun jumps up and he's like, what? No way. That wouldn't change anything anyway. Yes, Jun is right. Yes, that'll just justify their terrorism. Yes. Okay, then we go on to explain more about that. He gets possessed. Okay. What's up with Shinji? Yes. Shinji getting possessed. Shinji doesn't respond, instead just holding his head in his hands. He stays like this for several heartbeats before tears begin to stream down his face. Shit, Shinji, are you okay? Shinji simply shakes his head, struggling, and Jun continues to stare steadily at him. Shinji mumbles a few things quietly to himself, but they make no sense to me. What the hell? This feeling. Oh, alarmed and having absolutely no clue what's happening, I look at Jun. If you know what's happening, can't you do something? I don't know what's going on. It just feels like chaos. Chaos. Then don't worry about me. Yes, go find someone who might be able to help. Yes, go find Hikaru. No way. I'm not going to leave you here with whatever the hell is happening to Shinji. Well, neither of us can win against chaos, and I can't be moved right now. It has to be you. You're faster than anyone else anyway, so I know you'll make it back in time. Jun looks between me and the door, torn. Damn it, how could you do this to me? Well, no choice, it's just logic. Now go. Ugh, fuck your logic. Well, Jun, no time, just go, fine. I'll be back soon. Okay, cool. Jun finally teleports away, stepping through some shadowy realm to parts of the castle unknown. Okay, here we go. Now we gotta go fight and deal with possessed Shinji. Okay, so we skipped a whole bunch of stuff again. I'm so sorry. This is probably gonna be the last skip before we head on into like the whole battle thing. That's where we're gonna do this part, and then we're gonna stop there. So again, we set off to do the library thing. Shinji's mom got possessed by Mirror in the middle of it because she was holding on to the artifact that one of the cultists was holding on to, and that's how he got to her. We fought it out. We almost lost the king. And then we set off on a ship. We disembarked on the ship. We got attacked again. Before that, though, we got attacked again by more cultists, and Mai, this time, the cult leader. So Jinso had to come in and arrest them. So there's that. And then then after that rocky start, we headed out. We set sailed, and we are here now. We are where that one scene where we had that moment together out on the deck, where we had with Naoki and Cillian, and now of course we're gonna have it with Jun. So let's see what's gonna happen here. Almost immediately I see that someone else had the same idea, because we can't sleep. Yes. The bright red against the dark night sky immediately gives away who it is. Jun. Yeah. Jun is resting on the side of the railing, his cheek laying on his crossed arms. His black bangs blow gently in the wind, the moonlight reflecting off its sheen. Seeing him like this, my heart aches, and my chest is tight. I want to go to him, but there's something that but there's something about his beautiful, sad figure. It's like his loneliness itself is a wall between us. No, I'm being ridiculous. I can't let that stop me anyway. There's one thing I feel certain of in this moment. Jun needs me. I flutter up lightly to his side as if nothing's wrong, as if everything is perfectly normal. What's up? I come to stand beside him at the railing, fluttering at his height so that I can see over the railing better. Jun lifts his head a little to look at me at the same moment as the breeze tousles my own hair. I turn to look at him in the eyes, pushing my messy hair back at the same moment. But Jun suddenly turns away, burying his face in the crook of his arms. Oh, what? Confused, I struggled to understand what just happened. Replaying the scene in my head, I thought Jun's face looked pretty red. Oh no, is he sick? Are you feeling okay? I'm hanging in there. Oh, I managed to make out Jun's muffled words. Are you sick? Does being sick of Mira count? I giggle, shaking my head. He seems fine, so what was that then? Wait, could he blushing? Could Jun be embarrassed? Smirking at my chance for revenge, I begin my interrogation. Asking purely for informational purposes, you know, as an information broker. Is there a reason you're hiding your face from me? Jun's body stiffens and he peeks his silver eyes out at me above his arm. I'm not hiding, just tired. Ah, a vampire gets tired? Sometimes we're not invincible or anything. I've heard Naoki say he once stayed up for 2 weeks straight. Well, I'm not invincible. So does your face get red when you get tired? I creep in very close to what I can see of Jun's face. Jun's eyes go wide and he hides his face again. Ah, you are so adorable. You are so cute. Don't call me that. Who'd have ever thought that the great Junichi Okura had such a cute side to him? You're enjoying torturing me, aren't you? Absolutely. Yes, well, then you should know that I never forget and never forgive. Oh? Jun unfolds himself and stands up straight, revealing a pink face in the moonlight. His eyes, however, are anything but soft as he looks down at me. You didn't show me any mercy, so don't expect me to hold back either. There's something in his eyes that makes my heart race. Danger, and maybe something more. Now it's my turn to blush as I turn back to the railing. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, okay, well played, okay. Did you just stutter? How did things turn back on me? Oh, shush. I gotta change the subject before this gets any worse. Anyways, I was just wondering if you could tell me a bit more about vampires. Now I'm stuttering. I remember you saying something about the chaos, and I was wondering what you meant about that. Aren't you supposed to be an information broker? Ugh. Hey, I am, but I try to stay away from vampire affairs. They keep their information close to their chest. Yeah, probably because they don't want to get staked in it. Does that really work on vampires? Would it work on you? Ugh, well, I don't know. There's your answer. Well, touche. Like I said, vampires aren't invincible. There aren't many of us, but we're heavily discriminated against for our blood habits. So, talking about our weaknesses isn't exactly a good idea. But to answer your question, our connection to the chaos gives us some abilities that makes us different from ordinary humans. What is this connection? I'd only ever heard of sorcerers being linked to chaos. Yeah, well, our bloodline is similar to theirs. This is all stuff I've learned from my digging. Not even most vampires know this. Sorcerers are supposed to descend from the god of chaos, but that refers to only one guy, the most powerful chaos god. Vampires descended from a fallen god who was corrupted by the chaos on Earth. Well, I think the guy was already pretty twisted given that he experimented on humans. The stories go that he used them as his playthings, and that's how vampires were born. Nasty stuff. Yeah, which made humans reject vampires and reject the victims of his experiments even more. His corrupted blood runs through their descendants' veins, a bunch of snooty aristocrats, and they pass it along through biting other humans. I can see why there's so much discrimination from humans towards vampires a lot more now. Yep, we have to prey on them for our race to survive. That chaos flowing through our blood also gives us access to some superhuman abilities. And most vampires have one special ability, something only they can do, or that they're really good at. What's Naoki's? Yeah, he's got incredible strength, even for a vampire. I think back to that door being ripped off of the hinges, and nod. Yes, I'd seen him in action enough times to know that he's no enemy I could ever take down. And is yours that shadowy teleport thing? Yeah, I call it shadow step, okay? I'm able to teleport through the shadows. I've always worried about it though. Why's that? I'm not sure what dimension I'm going through, but I can sense the chaos there. Still, it comes in handy in a clinch. I bet. So, he can sense chaos then. I can, but not all vampires are really good at it. Naoki only barely can, if he concentrates. I've always thought it's because of the ability I gained that I'm sensitive to it. So, you haven't always been able to do that? Nope, Naoki and I were bitten when we became adults. Oh. To preserve us for their needs. Oh, it's what being part of the Okura family means. I don't miss the bitterness in Jun's voice. It's not like I'm not grateful to be forever 23 in looks. I mean, some people are old as hell when they become vampires, and I can't imagine having to stare at my face like that for hundreds of years. I sense a but coming. I just wonder what it would have been like to live a life like a normal human being. Like, not in a vampire mafia. I've been forced to do all kinds of things for them. Partly so they won't kill me, and partially so they won't bother Naoki. I've never had a normal family. Oh, and even if I wasn't a vampire, just for what I've done, I'd still be hated by most of Yoru. Jun trails off, his voice choked up, and my heart begins to ache again. Oh, his voice is so full of pain, and it's totally understandable considering that he never consented to this. I reach out and grab the hand hanging by his side. He looks at me in surprise, and I see that his eyes are glistening with unshed tears. He must have never talked about this with anyone. What an emotional guy, the complete opposite of his brother. I just want to say that all of those feelings are totally normal. I mean, you had your choices taken away from you. No one once asked if you wanted any of that, right? Yeah, right. So, it's okay to feel that way. And it's okay to want something different for yourself, no matter if it's possible or not. I look down at our hands, his large pale hand grasping onto my small dark one. I intertwine my fingers and lift our hands up for him to see. But maybe it's selfish to say, but I'm glad you are a vampire. You are? Yes, and I'm glad you are who you are today. Because it means I got to meet you. And I'm so happy I met you, just the way you are. Just the way you are. The last part slips out in a whisper, and even I'm surprised at my own words. I can't bear to look up at Jun's face, and I'm afraid he's going to tease or laugh at me. Ark, why did I say that? But before I can agonize over it any longer, I'm pulled into Jun's arms. It's the lightest, most gentle tug in the world, but it sends me floating effortlessly into his embrace. I can only stand there against his chest, my eyes wide, listening to his heartbeat as rapidly as mine must be. Then I feel and hear what sounds like soft sobbing. Oh, he's crying. I try to look up at Jun as his chest rises and falls quickly, but he buries his face in my hair instead. Jun? I don't want you to die. Not tomorrow, not ever. Oh, Jun. Oh, Jun. Pain courses through me as I want to guarantee him that I won't, to say whatever I need to stop his tears. But I know I can't do that. I feel like I can't protect the people closest to me. Not you, not Naoki, not Mother. I can't even protect myself. How are we supposed to protect the world tomorrow? Oh. I wish I could say something, anything, that would answer Jun's question and ease his mind. But these aren't the kinds of things that can be solved with platitudes. I struggle to get out of Jun's grip, and at first he seems even more hurt and lets me go. But I immediately float up and taking his head in my hands, kiss him on the forehead. I can't answer any of that, and I'm sorry I can't do much to comfort you. I'm not a good person, and I'm definitely not a hero. Jun tries to protest, but I keep talking, looking him in his silver eyes with my own. But I do know that you are a good person, and for me, you've been my hero in my darkest times. So thank you. Oh, I give Jun another kiss on the forehead, and big tears spill down on his cheeks. Oh, it hurts so bad, but this is all I can do. Aurelia. Oh, Jun takes my head in his hands, and the way I'm doing to him. His hands are warm and soft against my cold cheeks. Before tomorrow, I want to say this. I love you. Wow, he actually went for it. Wow, I love you. Oh God. My heart pounds in my ears as I stare at Jun. Thank you for being there for me. For being a good friend to me. Jun, but I don't believe I deserve your concern or your love. Oh no, Jun. Jun puts a soft finger against my lips and shakes his head. You are a better person than I am. You don't know the things I've done, the people I've hurt. I just wanted to tell you how I felt. Oh. Good night, Rel. Oh, sweet dreams. Oh! Jun disappears in a puff of shadowy smoke right before my eyes. I shake my head in disbelief, tears pouring down my face. Jun, you big idiot! You baka! Why you do this to me? Sensing something behind me, I turn to see Naoki standing there in the darkness of the cabin, arms folded. Oh gosh. Hi. He merely looks at me with no expression before retreating inside. Oh shit, I just stole your thunder. Oh shit, oh god. This is, Needless to say, I don't sleep much that night. Yeah, I wouldn't either. Wait! No, that's where it ends. That's all we could do. Oh man, oh you guys, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to, oh. Man, I didn't mean to take it to this. I thought we were gonna, I was gonna have a cut and then we're gonna get to doing something else. I don't know. Okay. Well, I guess this is our forced ending. I'm gonna... Okay, off screen, offline, I'm going to double check on something first, and then I'll check back on you guys afterwards, and probably my other Let's Play, I'll update you guys, or I'll also make a comment on this video, just to give you an update on where we stand, truly, in Jones's route, because I swear to God there was like another like update on a CGI that was kind of little spicy, and I thought we were gonna go up to that point, but maybe it's because I didn't download the latest version of it. Like my version of this game is still like just to that point, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and try to like find that and then download it for you guys, and then we could continue on in the next episode to the next portion of the update, and then perhaps we'll end it there, and then we'll decide what to do from there. But anyways, for now, that is it. That is all we get from Jones's route. I was getting really hooked into it, guys. I don't know about you guys, but I was getting really hooked into it. I like the way it was kind of developing, where we had this sort of dynamic going on with Naoki and with Jun, because you know, Naoki's feelings sort of translates here in Jones's route as well. So it's almost like, you know, canon, and in a way where it's like Naoki has feelings for Aurelia no matter what. So like that's pretty interesting. That's interesting, and also Jones's personality, like I'm getting like, I for sure did not really expect to get that out of him. You know what I mean? Like, maybe it's because we haven't really interacted or haven't really seen much of him from the main game and also from this game as well. But like, now that we're deep into his actual route, like mainly his route, like we get to see all sorts of sides of him, all sorts of like his character's worries and like his troubles and like his dimensions, as I guess, as a character. So I was pleasantly really surprised. Like, even though we haven't gotten everything yet, I am still pleasantly surprised by what we have got. Like, I'm impressed. I'm impressed by the writing for him so far. So yeah, hopefully we'll get more out of him, if I do manage to find that update. And then yeah, then I guess that will be the end of Mystic Echoes as for now, because I don't know if you guys followed the main developer's Twitter, or even on somewhere else on, like, I think, where was this? Like, Itch.io? Yeah, they have their Itch.io account as well too, and that's where they post all of their games and stuff, and their updates. Or even like the main page of Mystic Destiny Echoes on Steam. Usually there are updates on what the game status is, but I don't know if it's changed or not in recent years. I mean, you could probably see on the bottom screen here, it's 2019. This is the 2019 version. Oh my goodness, that's like 3 years behind. So version 5.2. So I don't know if there's any other updates besides the one I've seen. But yeah, we might just have to end it here, you guys, and then maybe save it until we get more updates from this game. put this on hiatus, put this on hold, and then we can move on to something else. Like I'll probably update you guys on some other games again that I have in mind or that I had a list of, and you guys could probably choose. Or I might or I might just move on to, I know the new Cinderella Phenomenon, the part 2 series is out on available on Steam, so I might dive into that and we can see what the sequel to that story is about because we did the first one. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this Let's Play so far. Please like and subscribe, or at least subscribe to my channel because again, I'm on a semi-hiatus due to conflict of scheduling. So I don't know when the next time I will update or upload for you guys. So the best way is to subscribe to my channel. That way you know when the next time I upload a video. But otherwise, I'll still be active on my channel and I will answer any comments as best I can. But anyways, other than that, thank you so much for all your patience and understanding, and I hope to see you soon. But for now, bye!